I'm going to tell you why Alex Murdaugh will not and cannot join a white gang in prison, as many predict he will or already has. How would I know? Because unfortunately, I served a 10-year sentence in the same South Carolina Department of Corrections that Alex Murdaugh will be spending the rest of his life at. There are a number of prisons within this state. I've been to several. But bottom line is, the topic I'm covering today in this video is the same in every single prison in the state of South Carolina. I mentioned in a previous video how I'm noticing a lot of people saying, why did Alex Murdaugh shave his head? Is he trying to look intimidating? Is he trying to join a gang? Specifically a white race-based gang? The answer to that is no. That is not why his head was shaved. They shave every inmate's head once you come from the county jail to the actual South Carolina state prison system. They say the reason they do this is to cut down on the risk of lice being spread. Now, the reason why he cannot join some white race-based gang in South Carolina state prisons is because there are no white-based gangs in South Carolina state prisons. Now, before someone who's already been to prison goes to the comments and says, oh, that's absolutely false, I know plenty of white gangs in prisons that I've been to. I'm sure you do, but that's the prisons you've been to. I'm talking about the South Carolina State Prison. I know they're very present in other state prisons and in, maybe more specifically federal prisons. I get that. But there are none in South Carolina state prisons. Of course, over the years you see one, maybe two here and there. They're not very vocal about it, but someone may notice if they have their shirt off a tattoo that suggests or indicates that they are a part of one of those gangs. And I can tell you when that happens, it's just not very good because there's only one or two of them, and the other gangs don't really take too kindly to that. In fact, the one time I can think of at least 4 or more being in one location, in one cell block at once, in South Carolina state prisons, this happened. This is a news article from 2014. This is about an attack that occurred at Ridgeland Correctional Institution in South Carolina. Although it doesn't specifically say what affiliation these 4 inmates were, they were in a white-based prison gang, and that was the reason for the attack. So maybe your question now is, okay, if he can't join a white-based gang, what about the ones that are in there? Can he not join one of those? Well, I would say no, because out of the 3 notable gangs that are in South Carolina prisons, only one allows white gang members. The thing is, with any of those 3 gangs, these guys take a lot of pride in their gangs, organizations, whatever you want to call it. They take a lot of pride in them. They're not going to make someone a member when they know you're only doing it for protection. Okay? They don't want members like that. They pride themselves on every member being strong and being able to be strong and stand alone by himself. If it's a case where someone needs protection, like Alex Murdaugh, they'll establish an understanding with you. Maybe you do this for us and we'll make sure nothing happens, or we'll do this for you. Whatever the case is, sure, they'll do that, and they'll say, no, don't mess with any other gang. This is us. This is we got something going on. Okay, so only deal with us. But they're not going to make him a gang member. Final point I want to make and thing I want to address is I do see a lot of you asking, what do I think about that leaked phone call that Alex made asking for someone to put, I believe, $60 on another inmate's commissary account. What is that all about? Is he buying drugs, paying off gang members? Is he paying for protection? Well, I'll tell you what I think. But first, is he buying drugs? Possibly. And honestly, that would make more sense than buying protection from gang members with $60. In that case, what kind of protection is $60 going to get you? No, I don't think he's buying protection from gang members at all. I don't think that's what this is. Could be buying drugs, but if I had to guess, we know he's got some financial troubles going on. His accounts are frozen. He owes money. In situations like that, the state will take money that's put onto your commissary account. Now, I don't know if that was the case when this call was made, because I believe that call was from the county jail. Okay, that wasn't when he got to prison. That could be something we see him doing a lot more often in the future, because yes, if they're going to be taking money from his account, that's something they do when you owe money, and that's actually in your court case, in your court sentencing, you owe money. Yeah, they'll take that out of your commissary account. So it definitely wouldn't be uncommon to see him, go to another inmate and say, hey, listen, I want to get some canteen, some snacks. Can I put $60 on your account? I'll let you spend $10 of it. You want to get you $10 worth of food? Great. Just go up there for me and bring me back my $50, and, you get you 10. That's a very common thing to do. Is it allowed, according to the rules of South Carolina prison? No, but there are a lot bigger and worse things happening and going on in these prisons than that. So 99% of the time that staff doesn't really, they're not really looking and checking on that. However, Alex Murdaugh is under such scrutiny, and he's being very, very closely watched by the public. It puts pressure on the staff. Maybe they will be watching him, and maybe they will do something about it. What are the consequences for it going to be? Nothing that serious. Long story short, no, he will not be joining a prison gang unless, over years and years, this somehow hardens him and turns him into just a force to be reckoned with physically, then maybe possibly. But I don't see it happening, and especially with his history of just being on that side of the law, I don't see that ever happening. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it gave you some insight and information, and I'll be back soon with another video.